forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
3rd down and 9. Darnold to throw again. Gonna air this one out. Hard! And he will score! Kenneth Walker! Seahawks. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allows the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. Will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Return, this is Blake Corum. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Begins with a run by Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they tried to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The return, it's Shaheed. He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with their 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that gain of 14 yards. Give them 14 on that play. One 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I think now we're starting to see this defense start to make some adjustments. We saw him give up a few plays earlier in the game, especially to this back. So he's someone they have to understand. He's not just going to hurt you on the ground. He also is a threat in the passing game. So nice job there making some adjustments on the back end, and they force the incomplete.
With Smith in Jigba. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
They're trying to set up the screen here with Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 13 yards. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they need to get involved early on. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Operating from the gun is Darnold. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. I'll tell you what, Mike, they continue to build on this lead here early. This is going to be a long day for this defense.
Comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. Oh, yeah. He'll get across the 20, broken down 23-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll start this drive by keeping it himself, and he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
forward for maybe a yard. Linebacker Ernest Jones. And that way. Backfield empty. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
22 yards to pick up there. Good for a Rams first down.
A gain of 22.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Football. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. As we are ready to get back underway. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, L.A.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
Second down, it's Stafford. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. Great completion. Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight.
And that is in the end zone. He's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with the touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down at 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. Meant to pick up a 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On the ground is Walker. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Seattle.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Wright, Smith, and Jigba has it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say 1,000 times, the easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait until later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. Either way, I'm coming away with points. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Into the hands of his tight end, Barney. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he finds some space after a gain of 7 on first down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force a third down.
I remember being around a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down, but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. They're saying, you might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more and more challenging. This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll run the draw with Walker. And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
2nd and 5. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
6-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Now Darnold. And he's in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown Seahawks. And the show continues. What a first half he had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in. I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Throw, Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable second down.
Down zone read, and he keeps it. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Stafford now to throw on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, like, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
They go play action with Stafford. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 16 yards. Pick up on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
A gain of 16
The
yards.
quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
A give, and here comes Williams. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Stafford there on second down. That's out wide to Williams. And it'll be a short pickup, and that's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and inches.
Don't need much. It is third and inches. They'll try to sneak in here. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Parkinson in motion. They'll run it. First carry of the game is Blake Corum. He finds a little bit of space. We'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is second and 6. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Good spot by Smith on the right side. And it's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
That's Parkinson open right side. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage. football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score. It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. What to do on this drive? 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. The throw here is complete. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. I have a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down and 2.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit. That right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here come the Rams as their offense drops back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Snap to Stafford. This one taken in by Parkinson. up third down.
That's a gain of 3.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Stafford now on third down. That one on target for Williams. He's got it. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, LA.
This is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He'll look middle and get this one to Parkinson. Now a timeout Rams. It's number 2. Clock stopped with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
41-yard line.
To the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And he will have a first down, entering the field goal range now at the 30.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller, him and the quarterback, seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
To the air again, Stafford.
Complete to Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. This from 40 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams are able to get it back within a score.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break. So they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the second half.
Final second now of this first half. This one is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. The Seahawks offense going to take over just before the half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Rams offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. with Williams. Come on, game. Take it 2 yards. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Parkinson in motion. On the option, here's Williams. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off the call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On the give, it's Williams. Good physical run. He'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. Exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. It's 3rd and 4. The shotgun, it's Stafford. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. They've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
They'll take this down to the 23. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
Brings up second and 7 at the Seahawks 23-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. They put Adams in motion. Second down, it's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. Defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
He is met and dropped. A couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got it at the 7, and he's into the end zone. Puka Nakua, touchdown Rams.
Touchdown Rams.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
He's got a man. Take it in for 2. And we are all tied here in the 3rd quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense starting back out with their first involvement of this second half. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, and they'll search for a go-ahead score. Zone read to start the drive. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pick.
Keep it on the ground and beat with Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Taken in right side by Barner. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 27.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth. A quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6. They run with Walker. With a short pickup down to the 22. That is Troy Reader to bring him down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. once again. Walker. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
That's another Seahawks.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down, but didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on fourth down.
And the Seahawks are going to be shut up first and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
With the fullback trying to power it home. And he'll punch forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal.
Pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
A little closer. Here's second and goal. In motion is Barner. Walker trying to push the final forward, but he's not going to get in. They stopped him up short.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on third down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a third time and take their chances?
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. That one, take it in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown Seahawks. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's helped this defense that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense getting set to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
One of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On second down, here's Stafford. Open man, that's Adams. Push brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 5.
Fourth down.
So the hope is your 1 third down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. The ball comes out. The Rams have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
The Seahawks take over.
The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. Both these offenses have been informed. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll look forward for a couple. Russell McQuarrie up from his corner spot makes the play.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith-Njigba. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 52 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Down inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's Walker. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Walker. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Throwing, Darnold. It is brought in the end zone. Jackson, Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdowns. return. Here comes Corum. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense ready for this next possession. We'll try to establish some tempo and start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Corum. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Stafford. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Stafford, and that is incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call them routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
And even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Pistol snap back to Darnold. Right Smith and Jigba has it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
The run up the middle, it's Walker, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. And that take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense starting to try out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground is Corum to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From 29, here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Rams 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right? Like, if this guy can catch and be playing offense, and, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they are able to keep this drive moving.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
There's a handoff to Bill. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the 1st guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his 1st try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Stafford down on 2nd down. Right to Tua on the slant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawks player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. First and 10 now from the 36. On the zone read, a hand here at Corum. And he gave one man the slip, and he's going to take this one forward. He's picked up 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw.
when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
The motion man is Nakua. He'll complete it to Adams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mish routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short and picking up the first down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith-Njigba. He's got it! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 52 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot, and that's just a big time.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. Smith-Njigba. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense drops back onto the field. Here comes Corum, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. The shotgun, it's Stafford. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
moment, we have an injured Seahawks player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Curl. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses the play caller, and ultimately it stresses your quarterback. I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody down there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. That's swung out to Ali. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 on the Seahawks 20-yard line.
To the air again. Stafford. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
This is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Trying to find a crease in that massive humanity, but he is going to come up short. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long. Like down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
Result of the play.
Well, Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Gain of a yard. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. It's complete. He's got it caught. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8. That's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Here's Charbonnet. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now the timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Drop play, and here comes Charbonnet. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Not only do you not get the 3rd down stop, but now this offense, Mike, they're able to bleed even more clock down with this fresh set of downs.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. A give to Charbonnet. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks.